So today I'm going to outline a 7-step framework for commercializing your research that I use to help researchers take their research through a commercialization process. The first step in this framework is the step where you identify and define your idea. This is the first step, and it's one of the most critical steps because you need to clearly define your idea. It should be clearly explainable, and it should be explainable in the context of the industry where it sits, and also outside the context of the primary industry where it sits. So the second step in this framework is building a workable prototype, also called as the proof of concept stage. At this stage, what you do is you define your idea further by building a workable prototype. You also, at this stage, need to identify any certifications, any testings that need to be undertaken in order to commercialize that idea. Any approvals that need to be sought also need to be identified at this stage. The third stage in the framework for commercialization is outlining your commercial opportunity. Now it starts with defining your target market, segmenting your target market if needed, undertaking the appropriate market research, also investigating your competition a little bit, and at this stage it is also important to define your market entry strategy. The fourth step in this framework is IP protection. It's very important that you are able to clearly identify the IP that you hold and also take necessary steps to protect your IP. Now, the IP protection may come in the form of owning a trademark. It may be copyrighted material. It may also mean that you will have to apply for a patent, depending upon the type of research that you undertake and type of IP you identify within that research. So the step 5 in this framework is the market validation stage. This is the stage where you conduct trials for your products, and this is the stage where you reach out to your target market and also, while introducing your product, identify any early problems that you may encounter in commercializing your product and your research. So the financial evaluation stage is the step 6 in the framework of commercialization. Now this is the stage or the step where you prove the financial viability of your product or your research that you're going to commercialize. This is the stage where you actually start thinking beyond being a product and a researcher into being a viable business. So at this stage you undertake some budgeting, some forecasting, some revenue modeling. So the 7th and the final step in the framework of commercialization is commercialization. This is the stage where you enter the market through a predefined pathway. So at this stage it is important to check that you're having the right business structure to back your business idea, that you have undertaken feasibility studies, and the feasibility studies have clearly proven the financial viability of your product, that your business model is defined, that any R&D plan for the future is laid out clearly, and the resource needs are identified and resource allocation done properly, the market entry strategy established, and that's the strategy that you're going to undertake in order to take your product to the market. So just to sum up, the 7 steps in the framework of commercialization are the idea, the prototype, commercial opportunity, IP protection, market validation, financial evaluation, and commercialization.